The timing for this video could not be better. The 2 most viewed shorts on my feed include both of these characters, and it was purely coincidental.
Sure, Jan.
This video in itself was made because I fucked up, but I'll get into that later. Clearly, Tia and Dinasha are my golden geese, which is awesome because I draw them a lot.
Oh my god.
This is the best possible scenario for me. If I had to choose any characters for like any audience to get attached to, it'd be these 2 because I will never be sick of them. To a fault. This one, I ran out of marker, so I had to redo the references. I had a different plan, and the plan went wrong, so I decided to film me fixing it. I'll explain it in the video. Don't even worry about it. Just watch the shit.
What color is an orange? Ted, you bonehead. Its color is the same as its name, just like a lemon.
Normally when I do these sorts of things, I tend to use the swatch sheet. Well, swatch sheet. I have a small book. Let me take out the book. I have a small book of swatches, right? But I figured to make this entertaining, I'd need a base. Like these. Aren't these adorable? This one I fucking love. I've done a commission for my good friend Eurydice for their anniversary. Shout out to Yuri and Michael. Hi. I know you're watching. I can smell you. I'm in your walls. Bring out some cheese. But I decided to draw the 2 characters that need recoloring in a chibi way. I had an easier time with Tia because she's already very round and cute and that's her whole thing. But Diane's a little bit more complex. I had to think about it. And thinking is hard. Really hard. You know, no one really understands how hard the thinking can be. For like Diane, I'm only really worried about the skin. For the rest of, well, the clothes she has is not the most complex, so I don't really have to worry about the color on that. But Tia, I will also have figuring out new colors for hair. And I will also be finally putting the new colors in the book. Show their color schemes. I have to censor that. You see, Mystery Woman has it. That's the latest one. This is for Mimi, which is Yaya's friend. This is Yaya, or Aja. This is Majesty, which I don't think she's been featured on the channel since my first, like, YouTube short.
So that was a fucking lie.
This is Parker Hill. It's really funny that she's the first one to have, like, a swatch page, and she has 1 colored drawing of her. Justice for Miss Hill. And then this is for Duke, which, like, they need no introduction. But the rest of these gals, these were before I got this handy dandy swatch book. Well, I had the swatch book for years, but I didn't decide to use it till later. You know, like a maroon. And these are on marker paper, back when I was using marker paper, but they show up kind of similarly. Which is why I'm mad that I decided, why the fuck did I use that? It's okay, we learn and grow. I just wish you meant to learn and grow on that fucking... it's okay. Alright, back to you, voiceover. As previously referenced in the intro, this video was born out of a mistake. Just like most people. The original plan for the July video was to do a beach drawing of 3 of my OCs. It would be like a fun little summertime moment. And everything was going like super well at first. I knocked out the sketches. I knocked out the line art. I didn't have a lot of trouble. I didn't have a lot of time to do things. The line art, I only really had to redo like 1 or 2 things. And it was for like the Diane drawing. And she has a lot of details on her. So that's bound to happen. Because I'm an idiot. Now, the issues don't start coming until the coloring phase. And oh my god, when they start coming, they don't stop coming. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they... Hey now! Starting off with Diane's issue, which was the most tame, well, second most tame. Least my fault. It was not my fault. This is the one thing that happened that was completely out of my control. I ran out of the color that I used for her skin tone mid-drawing. On the first of 3 images in which she was wearing a bikini. You know, one of the pieces of clothing with the most out of skin. One of those.
I think this is the new colors. So let me put it in the book. Oh my god, I can glue it down! I can glue it down!
So that was a
La, 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 la.
Oh my god. I squeaked that out. It was looking patchy as sin. Barely pushed through. Because if I learned anything from drag queens is that if the Lord can lead you to it, he can lead you through it. Whatever. You know, I got through that and I was just like mildly frustrated. Then I did Tia's. And this one was completely on me. Past me forgot to make a note not to use the darkest tone that was in Tia's ref swatch. But it had been years after that. So Tia's colors ended up super muddy, which is not so good. Not good at all.
This one looks Cheshire Cat-like. I mean, she's kind of a Cheshire Cat character. Like this video if you want me to do drawing Diana's characters that she reminds me of video.
Tia's color palette is not allowed to be dull in any capacity.
Hey, you want to interrupt this video so bad.
For Tia, I need bright, vibrant pastels.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah, she's this like mastermind, right? But like she has this blind spot for fucking Than's gayness, and it's just like, dude.
I need this girl to shimmer and shine like luster dust on a wedding cake, okay?
It's just like, dude, that's a gay man. You're not getting anywhere with that. Like, if you really wanted to convince him, be like, oh, you can have my boyfriend, actually. I would say, like, oh, that's a little weird to offer up someone else. But Jenna blew up a fucking mall. Jenna blew up a coconut mall.
And when I did Vivian, and she's not pictured here, but Vivian was the third one, if anyone is curious, George. She's a bunny, but the color I used for her fur wasn't, like, creme enough, so it kind of looked like skin, and that's kind of bizarre.
Black on black!
It's kind of fucking bizarre, so it was just a failure all the way around. So I decided from that point I needed to do a color palette fix. Oh, why is Vivian not in? Oh, well, I've got plans. Finding Dinasha's colors was actually the easiest out of the 2 that I did here. And it's because it wasn't a palette issue, it was a replacement issue. An issue that I had already solved in advance. You see, way back in the day, Ohuhu used to only sell their markers in sets. So if you ran out of a color, you would have to just logically wait till you ran out of most of your colors before just going and buying another set. And that's annoying. So, ever the thinker, I knew that eventually I'd run out of this color because I used it a lot because I like drawing dark-skinned women. Fun fact about Copic. The thing about Copic markers, they have an app. They have an app where you can put all the colors you have, and you can use it to keep track of all the colors you have. So whenever you go shopping, you can mark it off. You don't have to. You don't ever buy repeats because it's there. It's awesome. I love it. You don't come to this channel for competence, clearly. Ugh. And also using this app, you could take a photo of a color, and it'll color pick a marker for you. And niggas ask me why I'm a Copic truther. I'll settle my ship. Anyways, I forgot I did that. So I just used the marker I had already planned on using like a year ago. And it worked out just fine. In fact, I like this color more because it's a little bit colder, which is nice because that's what I like. And with the other colors that are in her color palette, like her hair, that's already been much discussed because Dinasha's hair alone has slayed many a purple marker, so I know which markers I use and which markers I can use just in case. Alright? I know what to do when there's a man down! With gold, I have a very specific way and very specific colors I use to render gold when using alcohol-based markers and when just you doing traditional art in general, because sometimes if there's enough room for me to just color the gold with the marker, I will. But lately, when it's tinier jewelry, I've been using my paint markers. I would tell you what brand the paint markers are, but we will not need a shot of V12. The people use AI in their branding and some of their stuff, so I refuse, even though they're pretty decent markers. Also, I've had 2 markers from them die from getting dry in the tip pause while having the cap on, and the damn thing gets stuck. And if anyone knows how to fix that, let me know. But that's also just like an annoying thing. Maybe that's a common thing from paint markers. I don't really use paint markers a lot often. I stick to what I know. Call me niggas in the first act of High School Musical, the way I be sticking to what I know. Speaking of things I know, I figured since this is a video all about coloring, I might as well tell y'all why I chose the colors I did in the general color scheme for this OC of mine. Dinasha is a high priestess in the cult of Dionysus. Her original and earlier designs took a little bit more of a direct inspiration from the Dionysus from Hades, mostly because he's hot. And older designs have also pushed her natural skin tone to be a bit more pink or purple. This was because she was an elf, and I wanted her skin to be a little bit less human. But since then, I've used her in a different-ish campaign reboot, an effective reboot of an older campaign, and she is now a half-elf, so the human skin tone is fine. That, and it's annoying to find markers in those fucking colors. I used blue, a light blue, for her clothes because I liked that color. There wasn't a lot of rhyme or reason, but that's just life. That's just how life tends to be. With this current design, I was a little bit more purposeful in my color choices. I chose her skin to be this deep. It's meant to, like, reflect the fertile soil on the lands that she lives on, because good wine comes from really good soil or some shit. I did, like, a surface level research into winemaking. Anyways, yeah, rich soil. And then I put the green in her outfit supposed to represent vines, also lands and new growth and the earth. Brody from Homelander, what are you doing in the most popular girl in school? Growth, regeneration. That's wow. I sure have a stupid way of explaining myself. Cheese and rice. And the gold is because in the cult of Dionysus, the way I've decided that it works is that the people in the cult get tattoos of vines for extreme chaotic acts or great feats, or like extreme, like helping people, right? Their whole thing is like finding the most jackass way of assisting a community and or just participating in just general debauchery. That's their whole shit. And the reward by doing this is like getting up higher in the ranks and earning your vines. And once you run out of space to put vines, whether that be because you're a centaur and you can only cover the top half of your skin, or you already have tattoos, or you filled it all with vines, the next thing you do is go to piercings, because they still stay in your body, and they're reflective. It's important, though, that the order go tattoos first, then piercings, and then, after the piercings, it goes jewelry. Now, I want you to take one good look of this design I have for Dinasha. It'd be a shorter thing for me to do to list the things she hasn't done. Meth. She has not done meth. Obviously, the purple hair is grapes. I did the purple curls, the grapes on the falling grapes on them. I feel like that's quite clear from the silhouette. I feel like that's it. But that's the reasoning. That's now you know that. Now you know.
Oh.
And now it's Tia time. Tia's original design was to make her like a magical girl parody of sorts, but instead of like regular magical girl transformation into like her cute little outfit, the magical girl transformation was her turning into an animal because she's a druid. And I still kept that in there. If you've seen the OC-tober prompt she's in, well, one of them she's in. Her original dress designs were supposed to shift, and the colors of which were supposed to be picked from saltwater taffing, and that's because her government name is Taffeta. So I didn't end up keeping this. Well, I did keep her name. Her full government name is Taffeta Marie Persephone Prendergast, but I did not keep the shifting dress saltwater taffy thing, because I got tired of having to design a dress every single time I drew her, because I drew her so often. So it was really getting on my nerves. Especially since all the dresses were meant to be super ornate and Gorgina George, and I'm just not that good at dressmaking, so I picked made one combination of references and doing whatever the fuck I think looks good, and that's Tia's dress, which I really love. I think she looks adorable, but but that's kind of like her thing, just looking adorable because she's adorable. That's Tia for you. Her whole shit is being super sweet, so I wanted her colors to be like teeth-ringingly so. Heavy pinks with a touch of blue and purple accents. And so much shit happens in the 3rd grade. When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that it was gay. Even if I tried to make sure like the blue and purple don't get lost, I make them come back in her freckles, which look like sprinkles. I love her so much. She's such a cutie patootie. Despite her being a cutie patootie, I had a rougher time picking her colors. 2 out of the 3 of these look a little rough, which saddens me because the line art on those 2 Tias is absolutely delightful. So I'm most definitely gonna redo these drawings in the future on my tablet or something. So then, justice for Taffeta. Hashtag justice for Taffeta. If you made it this far within the video, I need you to put justice for Tia. But like, part of the reason why Tia's colors are a little rougher is because I picture her using so much pink, but I simply do not have all that much pink in my arsenal, or at least like not that much like softer pinks. And pink comes in so many different like tones. There's warm pinks, there's cool pinks, there's pinks that are a little orange, there's pinks that are a little that are more red than pink. Pink is so broad. Who is Pink? I'm gonna get in trouble! All those issues aside, she is a joy to draw in all senses. I am desperate to redo well, my opinion of Deandra specifically has lowered. They spoke ill of the great and powerful Kesha. The damn beach drawings I did, because those sketches they're really good. The line art's really good on those. And if you'd like to see those, you should follow me on other social media so you can see it. My Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok until it gets banned again, and then you'll never see me again. Hey, hold on. Slight tangent. If you're an American viewer and you are hearing about like this M2 shit for like a TikTok replacement, I am practically begging you just to download RedNote again. Do not let the US government get a hold of your data, okay? That's not good, alright? They want to know which one of us has been talking garbage, alright? And they will use it against you. Please do not fall for it. Do not fall for it. I'm begging you. I'm on my hands and knees. Do you see this? I'm on my hands and knees. I'm begging you. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, back in my day, apps used to just die because they weren't profitable, not because the government felt the need to meddle in it. These fucking snowflake conservatives ruining everything. Anyways, that was it. These are the drawings. Look at how 2 out of 3 of each are fine, and then one of them is just fucking cooked. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Wow. If you want to see me redo these drawings in digital, then you should follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because that's where they'll be, because I'll probably not need to use that feels, I don't want to repost the same drawing, more or less, unless I need to do another, like, little mini video like I did with the video before this. And if you want to see sneak peeks into what I'm planning, you should definitely follow me on Instagram. In between stories, sometimes I post whips and nenes of what I'm doing, among all of the political posts and shit posts. Because the world's on fire, you can't pretend it's not on fire. You're still gonna get burned. It's gonna touch you. I have big things planned, especially for the month of October. Since my dog's already dead, she can't fuck it up this time. Like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, I'm king and you're not. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye!
It'll be a whole sequence. A whole sequence. A whole sequence. Now get the mop for me. The cleaning up depots or hoes with no apologies.
Get out of me poop.